And we're grateful to know that there's such a warm embrace around them here in LA. As Maggie's godmother and aunt, I think the only way that I'm able to stay up here and in front of you all is because of an image in my head of her somewhere with our father, her grandfather, Jim. I'm picturing Maggie. I can't see my phone. I'm picturing Maggie cheerily trying to convince him to taste some of her beloved ramen noodles as she dances around the room to K-pop in her cowboy boots. And he, in turn, might be trying to get some Glenn Campbell on the playlist while telling her that he'll try her ramen if she tries his dulce seaweed. They'll both agree that West Bend paddle pops were the best. Knowing how strong-minded and determined our Maggie could be, I'm confident that Dad would be eating ramen. And remember, she was a black belt. And who knows, knowing how much Maggie loved her Asian snack foods, she might actually find dulce tasty. She can have it, in my opinion. After their little snack, Maggie will likely convince Dad to sit down through the entire K-pop Demon Hunters movie for her 42nd time. I cherish these images because when we lose someone we love, we crave knowing that they are somehow okay. Especially when it feels like they weren't okay in the end. Maggie was struggling to see a path forward in his life. And as Matt said, maybe she actually did see a path forward to a better, more peaceful place. And we all know that once she set her mind to something, that was it. Really, all we care about is to believe that she's happy now. And Maggie was always a happy little girl and such a happy student, as we can see at Baylor. She was a person who dove in joyfully to everything. Sorry. She was a person that dove in joyfully to whatever she was doing. She did that with her Baylor friends, going out of her way to lend a hand when they needed her. She did that as a devoted member of the chamber at Baylor. There's a picture over there of doing that job. You just got to look at her grin. How many people do you know that would have literally glowed with happiness as a member of the Baylor line, holding back hundreds of rowdy freshmen behind her at the beginning of football games? Maggie thrived being in the mix, and she embraced the activities and the people that she loved. She loved her annual soccer games at Thanksgiving, Nanny in the goal, and all the cousins doing their best to avoid the older generation's shenanigans as we pretended that we were fit enough to beat them to the ball. She loved late night chats in the bunk room at Mulberry Hill Farm after a day of water skiing on the lake. She loved traveling the world with the 10, her Tibetan immediate family. As Larry mentioned, Matt and Jenny want you to take a memory rock today and bring it wherever you travel in honor of her. Maggie loved playing board games and card games with all of her cousins, especially when she won. And she loved no one more than her parents and her brother Wes. That we know for sure. Taking your own life can feel like a rejection to those that love you most. But I believe in my heart that Maggie, like her grandfather, was not cutting us out of her life. The tie each of us has to her is still here, in a form that remains just as impactful. It's there when we think of her dimpled grin and we smile ourselves. It's there when we see that blue Jeep and remember how many ducks Maggie kept on hand to leave on other people's Jeeps. It's there when the memory of a place or an event we've shared with Maggie reminds us to live each day with the determination and the joy that she modeled through her own life. As a science teacher, I loved what Father Petoyan said at the graveside. He reminded us that moonlight is actually reflected light from the sun, and he challenged each of us to reflect Maggie's love, her strength out into the world. Grieve, cry, hug one another, and then when you are able, be the moon and make her life mean something. I'll leave you with this short anonymous poem. If I should go tomorrow, it would never be goodbye, for I have left my heart with you, so don't you ever cry. The love that's deep within me shall reach you from the stars. You'll feel it from the heavens, and it will heal the scars.